Kenny, is it a good thing or bad thing for college football and sports?
I think anytime that you can create some sort of rules and regulations, I'm for everything that can help the player. Like, I've always been that stance, anything that can help the player. I'm for player. But at the same token, for us, like the changing of the rules, I don't care what the rules are, just try to keep them somewhat the same. In whatever way we can do that and help the player, I'm for it. I'm just not smart enough to fix it.
So how will you incorporate like plans for revenue sharing?
Yeah, I mean, I think, with the collective and stuff like that has already been doing things. So I think for us, it's really just staying the exact same course. We've already had a plan for this day. Somebody said something the other day that really, it made sense to me and talked about, like, how do you react to situations? And you're always reacting. I think nobody has a plan, right? You're in a constant state of reacting to things, right? So we had a plan, but we were in a constant state of reacting, right? And we already knew this was happening. So there's really a plan that was put in place. Myself, our staff put in a plan in November / December of last year. And that plan has been in place the last 6 months, and that's going to be the exact same plan we move with moving forward. So there really is not much change other than some operating things for us.
What sort of leadership have you seen from Graham, kind of overseeing not only just the football side, but all of this, trying to navigate?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good. He's a guy who will listen. He's a guy who you can communicate with. So I think anytime that somebody's, willing to listen and communicate and hear your side of things, I think it's positive. So I've been really pleased.
When you look at your roster, what positions might you get a guy here in the quarter in the next few months? Anything?
Yeah, defensive tackle is still a position we got to add because, we had a kid enter trying to go, get more playing time and be involved, and I was fired up about him. Unfortunately, we play him this year, and he's a good player, so it sucks for us. So the defensive tackle, and really that's it for this class. Everybody else that we've gotten, we're pretty solid.
What was it like for you and your staff to go out to Cardinals OTAs the other week?
Yeah, it was fun. I like giving the opportunity for the younger guys or even some of the veterans to go out if they want to steal something from a position drill. For me, I'm trying to steal some organizational stuff. Right? Do they do a really cool special teams drill? Do they do a cool team drill? I mean, they do a unique way of practice tempos. That's cool. So for me, it's what can I learn? Just go there, watch, listen. Don't really say much because I'm not going there to talk. Right? That doesn't do anything for me. I'm going there to learn. Right? So that's the value. So just go there and try to learn something that we can take back, which we did learn a few things. I'm not going to share it because they're giving us behind the scenes access, so I don't want to leak any of their stuff.
Did they reach out to you, or did you reach out to them?
No, I reached out to them. I mean, I grew up a Cardinals fan, so obviously, my family won Tailgater of the Year there twice. So, I mean, I grew up tailgating, so the Cardinals are something near and dear to me. So going out there and Coach being able to open the doors for us and me being able to learn, why wouldn't I take that opportunity to be better?
What makes a Dillingham tailgate unique?
A lot of energy. We had Chef Jeff out there at a time who would be grilling out, green chili burritos. We had, literally ice sculptures at one point during one of the playoff runs out there. So, I mean, I would just say the commitment to being great. They were my family and the Mickeys were very committed to having the best tailgate on the green.
How many people were out there at these tailgates?
There could be upwards of 100, 150, 8, 10 tents filled of people. So, unfortunately that ended for me when I was 18 and started coaching. So I only, was a part of it when the Cardinals moved over there for a few years. And then I started coaching, and when you coach, that's kind of your job and hobby. So just didn't get the opportunity to do that.
What are your thoughts on this coach being in, his coaching style, his personality?
Yeah, I think he's awesome. Just getting around him, he's super intelligent. He's super deliberate, but I don't think he's overbearing. I think he lets his coaches coach. He gives his advice when he feels like it's needed, and he's convicted on things. And I think anytime you're convicted in what you do or what you believe in and your plan, I think that's how you become successful. I think from the first time I met him until now, his plan has stayed the same to win. And I think when you have a plan it's really hard to stay the course, and he has done that. So I'm fired up to watch him and his team play this year, just because I have, like I said, I have nothing but the utmost respect for him.
Going into your third year as head coach, what lessons did you learn from last season that you're carrying forward into this season to be a better team, especially considering with all the pressure increase from last season to this season?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the whole pressure thing, like, I could give a crap about that. Like, that's irrelevant. So what lesson did we learn? Who cares what other people think, right? So how can you apply external pressure if you don't care what other people think? So I think that was the biggest lesson, is don't let people put a ceiling on you or a floor, right? Just go be the best version of yourself every day. And if you continue to ignore the noise, right, and you worry about what matters, which is the building. So I would say that's the biggest lesson, is ignore the noise, good and bad, right? Then there's no pressure. You're not playing with pressure. You're not playing with low expectations. You're just playing football. And I think that's the challenge.
You posted a really walking with the ticket and some of your staff. What is that about?
Yeah, so for us, we're, the 15th is the first day we can talk to recruits. So that 15th for the 27th class, you're going to see, some special things going out to a select few of guys in the state. Myself, a lot of our staff are all, I'm born and raised here, a lot of our staff is from here. We're trying to figure out this code to recruit the state. We're trying to figure it out, right? We're doing everything we can, right? What we're doing right now isn't necessarily working at the highest level yet. So we're going to change our strategy, and to me, the definition of insanity is, or to everybody, is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So we're going to change it up. We're going to recruit the state a little different. People may not like it. They may like it. It doesn't matter, because what we're doing isn't working to attract the highest level player. I think we're trending in that direction. We're going to be a little bit different in how we recruit the state to try to keep the best players in the state home. And that's part of the strategy to do that. Is it's going to be special to come here again. It's going to be special. It's going to be, wow, I'm one of the few people who get the opportunity to stay in state. And I think that's what we're trying to create, is that demand that ASU is a special place for the in-state guys.
Are you surprised that it hasn't worked, given your success last year?
Oh, not at all. Right? It's never worked. 20 years, it's never worked. Right? So, you can't be upset if the same thing continues to happen, but you operate the same way, which is what we did. So I think we're trending in the right direction. Really, really good direction with in-state kids. I really do. And I knew, that you're not recruiting, our winning is not recruiting this year's class or next year's class. It's recruiting the 8th grader who's out of camp. Because they're going to grow up hopefully being a part of a winning team. They grew up from the 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 12-year-olds watching ASU football. That's how you keep kids in state. The interim it's fun, and we can become trendy in the interim, but we still got to try to be a little bit different and unique to really get those guys to feel like staying home is special, because it's not their fault either. I mean, the reality is, if you're born and raised here, you don't know how good you have it. I'm a living testament. I left. I did the same thing. I experienced other things, and I realized how good this place is. So you can't blame people for wanting to go experience things, but we do want to do something unique to make this place, more special for the in-state guys.
Kenny, on that note of having a day like today to expose some of these young kids in the area, expose to your players and coaches, I guess, what does that do for the future? Not the future of the program, but just
that is the future of the program. The future of the program is, what do parents think when they interact with our players? When these kids are interacting with our current players, do those kids go home and say, Joey Sewell was so awesome? Do they go home and say, Trenton Bourget, man, and they look up to Trenton Bourget and Joey Sewell and AJ Ia and Jordan Crook? And if we can create that connection, right, those kids and those parents are like, man, we need to get more engaged with Arizona State, because my kid now is going out there in the yard instead of playing a video game, because he saw the drill that they did at camp. And I think it all works together. And, when you're building something for the long haul, all of this stuff matters. When you're building something to flip it, right, and then get out, it's really just for show. When you really want to build something and plant roots, I think these are the roots of the future, and how we keep kids home are doing stuff like this, where they've been coming here and they have 8 t-shirts from Arizona State football youth camps.
Is Sam getting already some Heisman type attention there on that front? Obviously his play is going to be a big part of it, but some of that's obviously marketing. What's the program plan to do, maybe to help that buzz go nationally?
Yeah, I think Doug's done a phenomenal job with that, just putting him in front of certain people, having a plan for that. I think that was something that when we met with, I said, hey, You know, this is a guy that he deserves to have the backing of the university from that perspective, and I think the university has backed it. So I think there's a strategic plan on how they're going about that. You know, I'm not going to get into the weeds in that plan, but you know, he's earned it. I think there's more than just him on our team, but obviously the quarterback and the Heisman get hyped up the most, so that's why the hype is on him, which it should be because he deserves it. But there's a lot of other guys. Our O-line for awards, Xavier Nelford, Miles Rouser for awards. The back end, obviously Jordan Tyson. Like, there's so many other awards that guys are nominated for right now that I think it's going to be hopefully an exciting season from that perspective.
What is Kenny Dillingham going to do for vacation?
Going to the lake. Going out to California, hopefully going to the lake. I need to get in the water, right? Water makes me put my phone down. So you can't have your phone in the water, right, often. So it's really the escape to make sure that my phone is not in my hand 24/7. So get in the water somewhere, or ride around a boat, jump in, you know, for a week or so, or a week.
Which lake?
I don't know. Do I want to tell people? A lake in California, Big Bear Lake. There you go. So if you see me out there, I'll probably be in a shoe club. That's all I own.
I've been there. It's nice.
Is it?
Yeah.
Never been. I've heard good things.
Thanks, Kenny.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
We all silly like the mayor.